A substitute can change football history in seconds. From World Cup heroes to comeback kings, these bench players rewrote history when managers made the bold call. Let's kick off number 30, who became a legend. Germany faced Argentina in the World Cup final, football's greatest intercontinental rivalry. As time passed, neither side found the net. In the 88th minute, Coach Lau made a puzzling move, taking off Miroslav Klose, the all-time World Cup top scorer, for 22-year-old Mario Götze. Initially, nothing changed. The match looked destined for penalties, until, in extra time, that small substitution changed history. Götze scored the winning goal for Germany, becoming a completely unexpected hero on football's biggest stage. But if that was crazy, this comeback was even madder. In 1999, Manchester United faced Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. Things didn't start well for the English side. Bayern scored an early goal while United couldn't find an equalizer. In the 67th minute, Ferguson brought on Teddy Sheringham, then later introduced Solskjaer. The title seemed destined for Bayern until the 90th minute when Sheringham scored his first Champions League goal of the season. Just 1 minute later, Solskjaer poked home the winner. Two substitutes scored 2 goals in stoppage time to complete the most dramatic comeback in Champions League history. But later, in the Champions League round of 16, Barcelona faced PSG after getting stunned 4-0 in the first leg. For the second leg, Barcelona needed something special. They scored 3 goals, but PSG got one back. Due to the away goals rule, Barcelona needed 3 more. So Sergio Roberto came onto the pitch with less than 20 minutes left. As the clock hit the final minute, Roberto scored the decisive goal to complete an unbelievable 6-1 victory. He came off the bench to seal one of the most historic comebacks ever seen in football. But when we talk about spectacular goals, Real Madrid took on Liverpool in Kyiv. With the score tied at 1-1 coming into the 60th minute, Zidane brought on Bale, who had been benched at the start. Minutes later, he scored an incredible bicycle kick, arguably the greatest goal in Champions League final history. To make it even more impressive, Bale scored again 7 minutes from the end to secure Madrid's 3rd consecutive Champions League title. From bench warmer to match winner in one spectacular substitute appearance. Speaking of goal machines, but this next substitution was unreal. Bayern faced Wolfsburg at home but fell behind 1-0 at halftime. Coach Pep Guardiola brought in Lewandowski for the second half. What followed defied belief. In the space of just 9 minutes, Lewandowski scored 5 goals. The Polish striker turned the match completely around by himself, setting a new world record for the fastest 5 goals in Bundesliga history. One substitution changed everything in less than 10 minutes of playing time. If that performance was special, this next one saved a nation. Germany reached the Euro final against the Czech Republic. The Germans were favorites, but really hit hard when the Czechs scored in the 59th minute. With just 20 minutes left, the manager brought on Olivier Bierhoff, a player who had only been a substitute throughout the tournament. Just 3 minutes after coming on, Bierhoff equalized after a curling shot. In extra time, with the golden goal rule in effect, Bierhoff scored again to give Germany the Euro title. From bench player to national hero in one match. But years later, Liverpool needed their own miracle. After losing 3-0 to Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final first leg, in the second leg, Klopp took off Robertson, who had picked up an injury, and brought on Wijnaldum. In just 8 minutes, Wijnaldum scored twice to level the tie. Liverpool fans had no idea this substitution would completely change Champions League history. The Dutch midfielder became a hero in one of football's greatest comebacks, but sometimes it takes 2 subs to save a country. France reached the Euro final against Italy, but the Italians scored first and looked set to win. In the 58th and 76th minutes, the French coach brought on Wiltord and Trezeguet to change the game. With the match in stoppage time, Wiltord scored the equalizer. Then in extra time, with the golden goal rule in effect, Trezeguet scored the winner. Both substitutions changed the finals outcome, giving France the European Championship. Fast forward to 2014, a different kind of beast arrived. See, when the Netherlands faced Costa Rica in the World Cup quarterfinals in a match that ended goalless, the semi-final spot would be decided on penalties. The manager made an unexpected substitution, bringing in Tim Krul specifically for the shootout. The coach had prepared Krul for this exact moment. He studied Costa Rica's penalties, intimidated the players, and made two crucial saves. Krul became the penalty hero, sending the Netherlands to the semi-finals with his goalkeeper heroics, from experienced keepers to teenage dreamers. Makeda was on the bench for United in a crucial league game against Aston Villa. United had lost their previous two matches and slipped behind Liverpool in the title race. Sir Alex brought on the 17-year-old Makeda, needing a win to keep title hopes alive. The teenager scored an impressive goal that helped United stay on course to win the league that season. His goal turned him into an overnight star and proved decisive in the Premier League title race. But if teenagers can do it, veterans can too. Cavani and Manchester United traveled to Southampton with the goal of securing points. With less than 30 minutes to play and United losing 2-0, Coach Solskjaer brought on Edinson Cavani. By the time the clock hit 90 minutes, Cavani had turned the match around with 2 goals and an assist to make it 3-2 United. The veteran striker had been doing this throughout his career, a clutch performance when his team needed it most, from United's heroes to PSG's unlikely savior. Choupo-Moting was on the bench for PSG in the Champions League quarter-final against Atlanta. With less than 10 minutes remaining and PSG trailing 2-1, Thomas Tuchel brought him on. After PSG equalized, Choupo-Moting found the winner in the final minutes. His goal won the game for PSG and sent them to the semi-finals, making him an unexpected hero in European competition. But you see, the smallest players make the biggest impact. Zlatan had just moved to LA Galaxy from Manchester United. In his first game with his team trailing, he was introduced as a substitute on the hour mark. Seconds later, Zlatan scored a spectacular long-range goal, then found the winner late in the match. It was a vintage Zlatan performance that stunned American fans and announced his arrival in dramatic fashion. But from one teenage wonder to another, Wayne Rooney came on as a substitute in a Premier League match. With his first touch in the Premier League, he delivered something special. His goal was spectacular and announced the arrival of a major talent to English football. It was the first of many goals to come from a player who would become one of England's greatest strikers. Talking about powerful strikes from substitutes, Arsenal was trailing in a crucial match with just minutes remaining. The manager brought on Olivier Giroud with 3.5 minutes to play, desperately needing a goal. Giroud scored spectacularly with an absolute screamer to level the game. From nowhere, Giroud returned and rescued Arsenal with a moment of brilliance when they needed it most. From one late strike to another last-minute hero. Now it was Liverpool that needed a goal in the closing stages of a tight match. Sturridge was sent on in place of James Milner, with Liverpool desperately needing something special. Daniel Sturridge produced a sensational strike that flew into the top corner. It was the perfect impact from a substitute, delivering exactly what his team needed at a crucial moment in the match, from attacking heroes to a redemption no one thought of. Llorente came on as a substitute for Atletico Madrid, with his team struggling after Liverpool scored twice in extra time. Atletico needed 2 goals or would be knocked out. He changed the game completely, scoring twice and assisting once to turn the match around. Llorente helped Atletico Madrid eliminate the defending champions at Anfield, an incredible impact from the bench, from European heroics to Derby Day delight. Liverpool faced Everton at Anfield in the Merseyside Derby. With the match goalless heading into the 90th minute, Liverpool brought in Origi with less than 15 minutes to go. From the bench, Origi came on and scored the winning goal in the final moments. His last gasp finish sent Anfield wild and secured a vital victory in one of football's most passionate derbies. even the greatest players can change games from the bench. Real Madrid faced Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup. At the 58-minute mark, with the scores level at 1-1, Ronaldo was brought on for Benzema while recovering from injury. With the world watching, Ronaldo scored a brilliant goal, celebrating by removing his shirt. Despite being sent off shortly after, his goal put Real Madrid on course for victory against their great rivals, Barcelona. If one goal is impressive, 2 in 5 minutes is unbelievable. Weghorst watched from the bench as Netherlands fell 2-0 behind to Argentina in the World Cup quarterfinal. Louis van Gaal sent him on to rescue the situation. He responded with an incredible performance, scoring in the 83rd minute and again deep in stoppage time. Weghorst's goals took the game to extra time and left Messi so frustrated he refused to shake hands afterwards. Talking about spectacular comebacks under pressure, Italy faced Germany in the Euro 2016 quarterfinals, with the game going to penalties. Antonio Conte brought Zaza on specifically for the shootout, thinking he was one of Italy's best penalty takers. When it came to Zaza's turn, he sent his penalty kick way off target. That miss proved decisive, knocked Italy out of the Euros, and became one of football's most infamous substitute appearances. But just that, like this next team learned the hard way. Real Madrid faced Manchester City in the Champions League semi-finals. City had won the first leg and seemed set for the final. Ancelotti took off Kroos to bring on Rodrigo, a change that initially looked like a disaster when City scored again. As stoppage time arrived, Rodrigo scored twice in quick succession to force extra time, allowing Benzema to complete the comeback. Rodrigo saved Madrid in the most impossible way, turning a certain elimination into another Champions League final appearance. But if this was unbelievable, history repeated itself 2 years later. Madrid faced Bayern Munich in another Champions League semi-final. After Bayern scored in Spain, they looked set for the final. In the 81st minute, Ancelotti brought on Joselu, a player on loan from Espanyol who had played just 18 minutes in the knockout stages. He scored twice in the closing stages, first in the 88th minute and then again in the 90+1 minute to complete the turnaround. Joselu came off the bench to send Real Madrid to the final, something he probably never dreamed of doing in his career. But when England faced the Netherlands in the Euro 2024 semi-final, with the match tight and time passing, neither side could break the deadlock. In the 81st minute, Southgate made a bold substitution. He took off Harry Kane to bring on Ollie Watkins. The Aston Villa striker had only played 20 minutes in the entire tournament, but with just minutes remaining in the 90+1 minute, Watkins scored the winning goal. The substitution that seemed risky sent England to the Euro final, but not even Ollie's magic can match this perfect debut. Messi had just completed his move to Inter Miami. In his first official game, stars like Beckham, Serena Williams, and LeBron James came to watch. Messi started on the bench, with scores tied when he was introduced on the hour mark. With a minute left in the match, Messi got his chance, a free kick that he sent perfectly into the top corner to win the game. It was a magical debut performance, winning the match for his new team in the most spectacular fashion possible. From World Cup finals to derby matches, these substitute appearances prove that sometimes the most unexpected changes can completely alter football history. One moment, one chance, one substitute can change everything. But we would love to hear your best substitute moments. Drop your best moment in the comment section and hit the subscribe button for more clips like this.